What's up guys, Shane Stars here. Today we're going to be taking a look at two of the most expensive robotic vacuums on the market. We're going to be comparing the ECOVACS Deebot X1 OMNI to the Roborock S7 MaxV Ultra. Big shout outs to ECOVACS for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get started. The first difference here is the price. At the time of this video, the Deebot X1 OMNI is only $1,099.99. The normal price is $1,549.99, but it is currently discounted to $1,099.99. The Roborock is actually $1,399. So currently, the Deebot X1 OMNI is the more affordable robotic vacuum cleaner. To me, the main standout difference has to be the mopping technology. With the Deebot X1 OMNI, you get two rotating mop pads. These are plush mop pads that can absorb stains and other materials on your floor. It also provides 6N of downward pressure, so it's actually going to be scrubbing your floors as well. The S7, on the other hand, uses horizontal vibration. The mop pad is a little bit wider and can provide more coverage. However, I personally just prefer the rotating mop pads as I feel like it does a much better job of getting up wet spills and other debris. During the setup process of the S7, it actually tells you not to clean up spills with the S7 as it can cause damage to the vacuum cleaner. That's not the case with the Deebot X1 OMNI. If you spill a drink, you can call over the X1 OMNI and it will clean up that spill. So I do prefer the mopping technology on the X1 OMNI. Both base stations feature clean and dirty water tanks. Both vacuums will return to base station to clean those mop pads during cleaning. Another standout feature here is that the base station will dry the mop pads on the X1 OMNI using hot air. That takes less than 2 hours to get your mop pads fully dry. The S7 doesn't have any drying technology built into the base station. You have to purchase that separately for an additional cost. In my opinion, the X1 OMNI definitely has the better mopping technology. The X1 OMNI and the S7 both handle carpet differently when mopping. The X1 OMNI just avoids carpet altogether to ensure that it doesn't damage your carpets with the mop pads. The S7, on the other hand, has a lifting mop plate. It'll actually lift 3 millimeters and continue vacuuming over your carpets. Both of these will lift up the plates when returning to the base station so that they're not resoiling the areas that they've already cleaned. One thing that I did notice though is that the X1 OMNI actually does a much better job of vacuuming my high pile rug when in vacuum only mode. The S7, on the other hand, just refused to go onto my high pile rug and wouldn't vacuum it at all. Another standout difference here is the voice activation and voice assistant capabilities. So with the S7, you can use Alexa, Siri, or Google Assistant, and you're able to do some pretty minor things with voice commands like tell it to begin cleaning, tell it to return to base. On the X1 OMNI, however, there's so much more you can do because it has its own proprietary Yeeco voice assistant. With Yeeco, you're able to do additional things like ask your vacuum cleaner to go into a quick map. If you have a spill in a specific area, you can command Yeeco to send the vacuum cleaner to that area and clean. So if you have a spill in the kitchen, you can say Yeeco, clean the kitchen. It will send the vacuum cleaner to clean the kitchen. You can also clean on demand, so you can tell it to come here to clean. It can use the cameras on the vacuum cleaner to find you, come where you're standing, and clean up the area. You can also do things like send it to clean the mop pads, send it to empty the dustbin. There's just so many other extra features that you're able to do with just your voice. Okay, Yeeco.
I'm here.
Clean living room.
Okay, start area cleaning.
You're probably more than likely going to be using your application to control the S7. This also means with the X1 OMNI, you don't need additional devices like a Google Assistant or an Amazon Alexa because the voice control is actually built in to the X1 OMNI. These each feature unique obstacle avoidance technology. The X1 OMNI features AI/VI 3D technology, while the S7 MaxV Ultra features reactive AI 2.0 technology. Both of these units do a great job with obstacle avoidance. They can both avoid furniture really well, walls. The X1 OMNI does a little bit better of a job with wire avoidance as it can more precisely detect linear objects. The X1 OMNI is also able to recognize smaller particles like dog food or beans or grain. So it's able to do a better job of strategically planning the clean with that in mind. When it comes to navigation, the X1 Omni uses the superior direct time of flight navigation, which is more accurate and faster than the LDS style navigation that the S7 MaxV Ultra uses. The direct time of flight on the X1 Omni means that it can automatically recognize furniture and add more furniture in the 3D map to support direct furniture cleaning. The S7 Max 5 3D map is only for display and doesn't really add much function. The all-in-one base stations is another huge difference between the two vacuum systems. The X1 Omni features a Jacob Jensen design. In my opinion, it just looks more sleek and it just does a better job of fitting in with the rest of the decor of my home. The S7 base station, on the other hand, very much looks like a vacuum base station. The segmented and separated bins are definitely easier to see, and you can see the levels of the water and the dirty water. But then again, the X1 Omni is going to alert you through the application or even through Yeeco whenever they need to be changed out or cleaned. So I prefer the more hidden approach on the X1 Omni base station. I also found that the S7 base station does collect more dust and is a bit more difficult to keep clean. Aside from the looks and the aesthetics, the main difference here with the base station is that the X1 Omni includes hot air drying for the mop pads. That is an additional cost on the Roborock S7 MaxV Ultra. The X1 Omni can dry your mop pads in under 2 hours. The Roborock S7 doesn't have any mechanism built into the base station to actively dry your mop pad, which could also lead to mold and other bacteria. The X1 Omni has a much larger water and waste tank at 4 liters each, while the S7 has a 2-liter water and waste tank. This means that you're having to refill those and empty them less often on the X1 Omni. The X1 Omni has a 3-liter dust bag, while the S7 only has a 2-liter dust bag. So there again, you're emptying and changing out the dust bag on the X1 Omni less often. It takes about 3.5 minutes to clean the mop pad on the S7. It only takes about 90 seconds to clean the mop pads on the X1 Omni, which makes the X1 Omni more efficient when it comes to mopping your floors. The S7 takes about 20 seconds to empty the dustbin, while the X1 Omni only takes about 10 seconds to empty the dustbin and is actually a bit more quiet when emptying the dustbin. Both of these vacuum cleaners have industry-leading suction power. The X1 Omni features 5,000 Pascal, while the S7 features 5,100 Pascal. You're gonna get about the same experience when it comes to vacuuming up messes. Both vacuum cleaners have great battery life with a 5,200 milliamp hour battery on each unit, and both of these units were able to fully clean my downstairs with one charge. One thing that I really did like about the S7 is it does charge a bit faster than the X1 Omni. I get a full charge on the X1 Omni in about 6.5 hours, whereas it only takes about 4 hours on the S7 to get that full charge. If you have a really large house, then it may take more than one full charge to clean your entire home. So having that slightly faster charge time can be game-changing. When it comes to the overall value and features, I definitely think that the X1 Omni comes out on top. I personally prefer the rotating mop pads and the voice assistant capabilities of the X1 Omni, but the S7 is definitely a fully capable vacuum cleaner. And of course, as always, you'll have to make the determination which one of these vacuums suits your home's needs the most. I'll be sure to include links in the description of where you can find out more information and purchase both of these vacuum cleaners. That about wraps it up for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.